Well, I guess about the best way I can sum it up is to say, here we go again. South Louisiana is about to be slammed by another hurricane. 5 weeks ago, it was Hurricane Laura. Today and tonight, it will be Hurricane Delta. Now, I'm about 50 miles away from where the eye of the storm will be hitting South Louisiana and doing most of the damage. However, I am expecting to get 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, and I'm going to film all of it for you. Right now it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're just starting to see some outer bands of rain, as you can see behind me. I would say the winds are gusting up to about 25 or 30 miles an hour. But as we go through the night, I will continually give you updates, so stay tuned, and I'll be right back in about an hour. The wind should have picked up by then, and maybe we'll see more rain at that time. It's 4 o'clock now, and time for another Hurricane Delta update. An hour since I did my last update. Not much has changed. I would say the winds have increased slightly, maybe up to 30, 35 miles an hour. There is an occasional gust, maybe up to 40 or 45. The rain continues to come down. It's blowing in a westerly direction. No flooding at this point, as you can see from the trees. Not much, no issue right now with trees bending over or possibly breaking. Maybe in a couple hours that will change. But when this storm was predicted 3 days ago to hit Louisiana, it was predicted to hit as a Category 4, maybe a strong Category 3. It has now been downgraded to a Category 2 and possibly as low as a Category 1. So I'm not expecting too much trouble here where I am. Again, I am about 50 miles from where the eye of the hurricane will be hitting. Again, 50 miles west of here. I'm going to dodge another bullet, thank goodness, because I don't think this storm is going to be quite as bad as predicted. So that's your 4 o'clock Hurricane Delta update. I'll see you in about an hour. I just want to give you a quick update. I'm now in my backyard. Underneath my patio, there are some banana trees back here, and there are some wind gusts that have been happening probably 40 miles an hour, and the rain has really picked up. Just want to give you an idea of what is happening right now. It's a little after 4 o'clock. Well, as the song goes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's 5 o'clock right here where I am, so it's time for another update. This is a Hurricane Delta update, and the winds have picked up considerably. As you can see, there are some gusts coming through right now. This rain is hitting me straight in the face. The banana trees are being, tossed around quite a bit. But I can tell you what, the forecasters, I think, missed on this storm. 3 days ago, they were predicting it to be a Category 4 storm, maybe a 3. It's a 2, maybe a strong 1. And at this point, it's really nothing more than a strong rain coming down, wind gusts of about 35, maybe 40 miles an hour, but nothing significant at this point. Stay tuned. I'll be back at 6 o'clock with another update. All right, I just want to give you a quick update because it's going to be getting dark shortly. It's not quite 6 o'clock. It's about 5:45. The winds are pretty strong right now. You can see the rain that is just being blown across the street. But again, this is not a major thing at all. I'm not going to call it minor. It is raining rather hard. The wind is probably kicking up to sometimes 40 miles an hour. But again, nothing like I had expected. And I got to tell you, this is so similar to Hurricane Laura, it's ridiculous. It looks like Groundhog Day, to be honest with you. It's just like Hurricane Laura was, except for this is hitting, in the evening instead of at 12 o'clock at night. Stay tuned for our next update. All right, I want to give you another update. It is 6:30. The storm is passing through. The rain has slacked off. The wind is about as powerful as it was previously. There have been some gusts or some squalls coming through where it has picked up probably to about 45 miles an hour. As you can see, the trees are moving quite a bit right now from the wind. I'm kind of in a protected area, so maybe I'm not giving you the entire full focus of exactly how strong the wind is because again, the street is... So this is the last shots I'll have of the daylight as it's getting dark. Again, the winds have picked up. They're sustained at this point, probably 30, 35 miles an hour with a gust here and there, maybe going up to 45 miles an hour. So I'll come back about in an hour or so and give you another update, so stay tuned. It's now 7 o'clock and daylight is gone, and this is the worst the storm has been. I know you can see the rain being pushed by the wind. It is kind of blowing sideways. And this is definitely the most powerful wind we have had so far, and the most rain we have had since the storm started, or since I started reporting on it, since about 3 o'clock. I'm not sure how much worse it's going to get than this, but this is hurricane. This is definitely a hurricane. Probably winds are up to 50, 55 miles an hour. I'm sure you can hear it whistling through the trees. This is actually a little bit worse than it was for Hurricane Laura 5 weeks ago. So that's what I have for you right now. If things get worse, I will come back out and shoot some more video shortly. Well, it's the morning after the hurricane. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out. You would have never known there was a storm last night, but Hurricane Delta did come through, and for a couple of hours it got really nasty. The electricity went out at 7 o'clock. It's still out right now. Because there was no electricity, there were no street lights, it was very dark, and if I would have tried to take some video, all you would have seen was a black screen. So I was not able to video the most ferocious part of the storm. All in all, not too bad. I survived another one. There are no trees down in my neighborhood. The shingles are all intact. My house is fine. I just don't have electricity. Hopefully it'll be back up and running sometime later today. So that's it. Coverage of Hurricane Delta, and I survived another storm.